Welcome back. Being perfect isn't as great as it sounds. Always feeling like you haven't met the bar, maybe being your own worst critic. We're all used to doing that. Sure, we all want to excel in life, but aiming for perfection, that can actually be problematic. Here to talk about it is psychologist and executive coach, Dr. Lisa Orbe-Austin. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Natalie.
So what does it mean to actually be a perfectionist? Because I know we toss that word around a lot.
So it's unreasonably high expectations and standards paired with high critical evaluation of things. So those things go synonymously together. So these really, really high expectations followed by harsh criticism when people don't meet them or you don't meet them.
And we talk about different types of perfectionists. We have the self-oriented, we have the other-oriented, and also socially prescribed. Can you talk about the difference between the three?
Sure. For self-oriented, it's really about sort of you holding yourself to high standards and then also being very self-punitive when you don't meet them. For other-oriented, it's about being very demanding of others, and then when they don't meet those standards, that you also then are very critical of them. And then for socially prescribed, it's really wanting to have social situations go in particular ways, for you to be acting in particular ways and have others acting in those ways. And if they don't go in those ways, being very evaluative of those situations.
All three of them, to their extremes, do seem very problematic. Where is the pressure coming from for these people? Is it a personality thing? Because I might feel pressure one way and you feel it differently, but then what leads to being a perfectionist?
Yeah, so there can be some innate qualities, some kind of innate characteristics of who you are, but oftentimes what we see is that there's a connection between early family experiences, early childhood socialization, schooling experiences that kind of contribute to creating this. And then it's further exacerbated by being reinforced in our society. Mm-hmm. So people actually approving and appealing and finding it appealing to have perfectionistic tendencies and being meticulous and overworking and overfunctioning, that can be really reinforced.
And it seems so unattainable because there is no way you can be absolutely perfect. How can we find a balance in here somewhere? How can we cope? And is it that easy that we just decide to change just how we think?
I mean, it takes a lot of intentionality, and it takes really changing the way that you view situations and yourself, and really being able to learn a lot of self-compassion, really working on not being really evaluative about everything, really watching the evaluations the way you talked about yourself and others, and really correcting that really thoughtfully and intentionally. I think it also takes really understanding that perfectionism has a lot of consequences, that it also can affect your rigidity, your flexibility, your adaptability. It can make you very unhappy with the world and yourself. The consequences are pretty serious, and that actually changing it can really change the way that you see yourself in the world in a much more positive light.
Yeah, go easy on yourself. That is a lesson here. Dr. Lisa Orbe-Austin, we thank you every week for being here with us. And if you guys want more from Dr. Lisa, you can follow her on social media. That's at Dr. Orbe-Austin, and then you'll see her here next week. Thanks again.
Thank you, Natalie.